All right.
When we last left.
As a meta moment, things are going to be involved today. That's the word I'll use. And I'll be more involved than I'm used to. I'm going to take the helm gently in both hands and steer us all.
Oh my god, our dungeon master has to try. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know, right? So
what's going on?
That's new territory for me, new territory for you guys. So that's why we have our systems in place. Don't forget about them. Brooke can leave this in just as like a warning, I guess, and so that they know that we have systems and won't judge us on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Or they will judge us on Reddit, but that's fine. Fuck that place.
Content warning change.
True. Listen. True.
So as a reminder, the traffic light is green. We're good to go. Yellow is
here.
you might need to cut it short or like.
No, yellow is like slow down. Yeah. But red is like stop down this path. So yeah.
Yeah.
A fun system you can use at your tables because it uses emojis in the chat, so nobody has to like verbally interrupt what's going on, but everyone will still see. So, and even if you're at a physical table, you can have signs. I forgot where I heard about that, but I wish I could cite them, but I'm sure they were stealing that idea as well. So anyway, boy.
I'm boy.
When last we left our intrepid castaways. There we go. That's a good one.
You're really good at this.
Yeah. Don't butter me up. It'll make everything that much harder.
That's the point.
Shut
That's
up.
what she said.
Yeah, for into butter play, I guess.
That's a word.
Thank you for watching Star Wars: The First Resistance. This has been a very fun campaign.
I'm glad that the fact you said the phrase "Don't butter me up," it makes everything harder. I'm glad that the butter was the thing you focused on and not the dick joke. Thanks, everybody. Our dungeon master.
He added on to it.
It's called an anti-joke. Welcome to it.
Sure.
Anyways, I'm an intrepid castaway.
Yeah. They were attending a mass funeral, which of course is the best place you want to be. But it is precisely where they wanted to be, because this was step one in their plan to obtain a ship. Obtain being the key word. You know, you can obtain things in many ways.
Of course.
And escape this rock to clearer skies, literally, and let the Force be their guide for their next steps. Things have already gone poorly.
Uh-oh.
Because when we left off, the funeral was interrupted by Earl receiving a warning over his comlink and telling everyone to get inside, which they did quickly, and some figures approached the town from the space elevator. All of them are black-clad. 3 black-clad with capes and other accoutrements. Very extra, these people. You would know, Raestra. They systematically went through all the younglings that survived and said, "Are you a theater kid?" No.
And then they killed them.
Yeah.
Of course.
Ooh, a joke came to my head that I'm super not going to say. Ooh, okay. Anyway.
Anywho.
One of them, the leader of the one in front, oh boy, hold on. Utapowan, there we go. With red tattoo markings above and below his eyes, called out to you all that you weren't going anywhere, and that it is time for you to rejoin our ranks, sister. I'll lay out the scene real quick so that everyone has it in their heads. We're in this fun alleyway, of the single alleyway of this town. Buildings to your right and left. The wilderness of the dust storm outside of this canyon behind you. Before you is the space elevator and these individuals. Currently, I didn't describe last time, but if I'm sure 15 articles will come out. Star Wars retcons. You know, I'll retcon that there are, in fact, 7 boots on the ground approaching you. 3 appear to be Inquisitors. I told you one was Zabrak, 1 Deveronian, but the Deveronian's fully covered in a mask. You can just see their large horns. And 4 troopers, all also in shimmery matte black armor, kind of marching behind their inquisitors. To your immediate left is the kind of scissor lift, repulsor lift thing that was being used for the funeral procession. And that's about it. It's kind of that dusty Western showdown down the middle street of town vibe. And that is what everything... And then Din Djarin comes and shoots them all.
God, I wish.
What's this small child doing here, and why is he so good with a gun?
No returns or refunds.
Yeah.
Raestra is jostled out of her fucking PTSD by that one.
Ash has the survivability instincts of an 11-year-old who saw God and wasn't impressed.
That's barely out of your mouth, Ash, before Earl plants his feet in front of you all, and his one hand is out, the other is on his pickaxe, his
Please
pick.
say hip. Damn.
And it's kind of behind him in a ready to swing motion, and he says, "She's right. Nobody's going anywhere except out of here." The Utapawan smiles, all teeth, all of them sharp, like a shark. I have to get the voice. I'm so sorry. None of us are voice actors here. Well, me especially. I won't speak for my players, but I'm certainly not one.
I was about to say.
Rael Avaros. What a surprise to find you in a place such as this. All official predictions placed you dead in a gutter somewhere, having choked on your own spice-ridden bile. Almost preferable to seeing you like this.
Oh, fuck.
I don't go by that name anymore. I'm just Earl. Oh, you are just many things. And a former Jedi Master is one of them. Earl kind of, you see he clenches his hand harder on the grip of the pick, and doesn't respond to him, but just half turns his head to you all. You gotta get out of here right now. I'll do what I can. And it's also in that moment. Yeah, I can. So many things.
So many things.
Yeah.
I have a question about the relation of things. Are they blocking our way to get to the elevators, or are they
Pretty much.
Okay.
Because to the elevators is a nice little mini street that's covered, big enough for small speeders to carry any stuff to and fro into the space elevators, which the space elevators are just big enough to fit said speeder and maybe some pallets, some repulsor lift pallets of things and a few people. So they're pretty big, they're industrial elevators. And just to make sure everything's clear, because this will be important, the space elevator has 2 cars, I believe is the word you use for elevators. Is it cars, or is it? That's what the word I'll use. Just for
boxes.
schedule. Yeah, just for scheduling and to make things easier. And one of them is currently down because they're what these individuals must have taken to get here. Does that answer your question?
How far away is that from us?
It's a little bit of a street. None of you can run it in one round, for sure. So I will say, if you need a number, it's 300 feet.
Oh, are they 300 feet away from us?
No, they're at the end of the street at the beginning of the town. They're about 100 feet.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
Now that you're back and that question is answered there, I have to say 2 more things before you guys technically have free reign. We're still in the cutscene right now.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But I promise I'll pull you guys out of it. I'm not one of those. Firstly, one of the black-clad troopers steps up just a little, keeping formation and keeping their rifle up. And when they do, you notice their visors are red, glowing, and tilts their head and says something to the Grand Inquisitor. It's out of earshot, and his lips move, and he tilts his head as he says something back. And when that happens, one of the backmost troopers whips out from behind him a large tube-like weapon, a rocket launcher, and doesn't even take a knee, just kind of, and it goes up a little over you guys' head, arcs over pretty much the whole street, giving this nice like ominous light that dances over you and then passes you. And
flare gun.
No, it dips back down and hits the hyperrail train.
Oh no!
That is a flare gun.
Well, there goes the fast way out.
Well, no, that's going back towards the mines. That's not even remotely helpful to us right now.
It could eventually get you to the South Pole, and it has its own space elevator, but would take a bit. Because it all connects just in case. You don't want to be fully trapped in, like, a mine operation on one side. They want you to be able to escape the other.
Right.
And sometimes personnel transfers between the North and the South Pole. The settlement here, which is Aneth, and then the one at the South Pole. But yes, the kind of the metal creaks, the train falls off the rail and tumbles into a few decent sized pieces, and the rail itself bends and then dips. That's the first thing that happens.
Okay.
The second is that happens, and like you guys can kind of all hear a collective gasp of people, because like they all went in the buildings, but some of them are looking at what's happening, obviously, especially the ones in the saloon.
Right.
Well, in the cantina. And at that explosion, one individual kind of storms out of the cantina in Iktakchi, which are humanoid. They have these kind of downward horns. There was one master on the council that looked like this.
Yeah.
Sasitin. They have like kind of brown, rubbery looking skin.
Yeah.
This one especially, because he seems to be an older gentleman. Mm-hmm. And he storms out of the doors, arms forward, and kind of shouts, "What is the meaning of this? This is my settlement and my people. You can't just..." But doesn't finish that sentence because you guys kind of just see, because your eyes like trail towards him, that almost in a flash he is cut in half, and then the double-bladed spinning lightsaber of the kind of armored figure flies back into their hand. But those are just all the things that needed to happen before I let you guys say anything.
Okay.
All right.
Did we roll for initiative already?
Oh, we're not fighting them.
Oh.
We are right.
We're gonna run away.
Cal, the first thing that Cal is going to do.
Yeah?
He's gonna assess the situation. There are Inquisitors here.
Yeah.
Inquisitors. Oh, fuck. Raestra. He's going to turn back. Here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Force Vision on Raestra.
Sick.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy the D20.
I will. What does it do?
You know what? Actually, I'm going to cast it at 3rd level and also give one to Nyx.
Oh. Okay. What does this D20
because
do?
Purge Troopers. Okay, so how it works is you essentially get an extra D20 that you can use for an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw. So it's essentially advantage, and you can use it even on rolls with advantage or disadvantage.
Okay.
It's actually essentially a luck point.
Nice. I will
Yeah,
take that.
okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Where are you two right now?
Ironically, Nyx is... I guess so the mindset for Nyx is he is a soldier who was trained to fight in a war he never got to fight in. So he's in a constant state of trying to prove to himself that he was worthy of that war. Also...
That's a lot to unpack.
Yeah. Also...
No, we don't have time
to unpack all of that.
Yeah. And also, the very person that fucked with his best friend is right in front of him smiling.
Mm-hmm.
He's tunnel visioning.
Okay.
some immaculate news for you about how much better Raestra is doing. The answer is not.
Yeah.
I figured. That's why this serves a narrative purpose.
Raestra will grab Nyx and Raestra's hands and try to, like, start pulling them along towards the elevator. Because, like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's...
We'll do a little bit of initiative, but it will be unofficial.
Okay.
Because one more thing happens. And that's, before the Senator's upper half even hits the ground.
Okay.
Earl is in motion. He told you guys what he wants you to do. He wants you to get out, but the only way is through these people. So he charges them, and they kind of in unison start to do the same towards him.
Oh, Nyx is charging with them.
All right. Well,
oh Lord.
What you guys do, you get to say after I say all this. So
okay, I apologize.
Just being clear. Just being clear.
We can cut that. We can cut that.
No. It's fine. We're being clear. And basically, all three Inquisitors charge at the same time after a beat, and the Grand Inquisitor's smile gets wider, and he says something like, "Oh, what would the Grand Inquisitor say? So many things. He's got a mouth on him." So few Jedi Masters left. Let's hope this one will actually be a challenge. And he'll kind of just step casually forward. He and the two Inquisitors just kind of staying one step behind him. And all the dark-clad troopers, 4 of them in total, shoulder their rifles and raise them. And that's kind of when combat breaks out. So the Grand Inquisitor's lightsaber comes out. It clashes with Earl's pick. And the other 2 lightsabers comes out as well. One of them swings high. Earl ducks. The other swings low, and Earl kind of just catches him before the swing even gets near him with a kick. And all that kind of happens. And now, you guys can act.
Nyx charges in.
Nyx charges in.
Does future vision happen before or after this?
Before this, for sure.
Okay.
You said that's what you wanted to do, and that can happen. While monologuing. You caught me monologuing, you slide. You caught me monologuing, the Grand Inquisitor. I do that a lot.
I love X-Death Final Fantasy V. That one's for me.
Yeah.
I mean, Ash will still at least try to pull along Raestra, because there's no stopping the clone that's gonna get himself fucking killed.
Yeah, Raestra's, like, locked up real good.
We have to go! We have to go now!
Okay. Cal...
And the dice reflect that.
Cal is going... Okay, hang on. Let me think.
And shut him up! Sorry.
Cal's, like, pulled in 2 different directions. On the one hand, he needs to get Nyx out of there, because Nyx is not doing something smart. On the other hand...
For sure.
Raestra is frozen stiff, and that's also bad. At the very least, Nyx is fighting.
Like, right now, Nyx's mission is clear the path.
Right. Ray is just standing there. So, Cal... What's he going to do?
I have a strength of 7, so I can't really help. Not very well.
I also have a strength of 8, but I think... I'm going to use Sound Trick.
Yeah.
I'm going to make my voice boom as loud as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Raestra. I don't know if that will do anything, but...
I'm having a thought.
Okay.
We're gonna lose 2 characters this section.
One of Hayton's famous thoughts.
I don't do this very often, my friends can attest. Yeah. I'm sitting here on the edge of what's in character and what's helpful. On the edge.
The glory.
Because I know what's in character, but that would be to make it so much worse. And I feel like that's not helpful, and the goal is to not be annoying.
If we had the strength scores, we could just pick you up and get going, but, like, we don't.
I have the wisdom score. Can I just carry her with the force?
At the risk of being heavy-handed, I will remind that there is one variable in this set piece of ours, and it is the repulsor lift, scissor lift thing. that you all are very close to because Earl had to step close to it to help people down while everyone was running inside.
Can we get it, like, can I make it go fast?
That's a good question. You can certainly try. It's not like there's no precedence. It's not like something like this hasn't been done before by you very people.
Ash will grab that and just be like, come on, please just... Raestra, please.
Kind of... If you push her, she'll move, but she's not, like, responsive, is my point.
Mm-hmm.
She'll, like, push Raestra to, like, get onto the thing and gesture for Cal to do the same.
I'm going to go get Nyx.
No, you're... We can pick him up on the way. He's too bullheaded and stubborn right now. We gotta snap him out of it. I have an idea, but he's gotta be willing. As I'm trying to take off the safety.
I also have one. He won't like it, but it'll be faster. I think. Cal will get on the lift.
All right.
Oh, it's called a lift because it lifts you up, isn't it?
So do I need to make a check or something?
Well, Raestra made clear that she's amiable, I believe is the word.
Amenable.
Amenable, there we go. To physical coercion, so I don't think you need to exert any strength.
No, she means now that we're on it, does she need to make a check to make it go fast?
Oh, is that what you mean?
Yes.
Oh yeah, make a tech check.
Cool.
You pop open the panel and are like, oh boy.
Temporary.
Very under pressure.
Temporary boosting myself.
Is it a bonus action? Yeah. Oh, a reaction. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
I have the soundtrack
Plus
for Star
8.
Wars Battlefront 2 playing in my head right now.
I have a +8 to this. I rolled a 19, +3 on the die, on the extra die. So that's a 30?
Fuck yeah.
Go!
Wow. Wow.
Just misses the DC.
No, 30 is the
31.
highest DC any check can have, according to the rules as written. So, yeah. But first, that all you're like, and you scan these wires, and, like, it's like instinct. It's like, you know, when you open up a new game and you look at the menu and it seems like a lot, but you've played games like this, and you're like, nah, this. You did wires in electrical. Pink, pink, pink. So fast. It's also familiar in a way. The memories flood like they are wont to do. And Asha, you remember being small. Definitely grade school age. And encountering one of those sort of dolly repulsor lift things that are used for, you know, moving furniture and other things. You weren't even big enough to face the control panel the right way, so you had climbed up on the other end and looked at the control panel basically upside down and fiddled with it. Just on that instinct, boop, beep. And there was something that looked like you went into a sub menu and something that looked like a lock, and you tapped it so it unlocked, and then you got back down and pointed the thing in a direction because you knew these things were automatic. The repulsors could propel. You had seen it happen, and then you gave it a little push and hopped under the little railing that they have to get on to the little dolly on your knees, and you turned your torso to hit the button for it to go, and much faster than you've ever seen it go before.
Oy.
This is exciting. Everything was a blur as you kind of raced down these warehouse aisles. Not a care in the world. Until you don't hear, you feel, because of how your montrals work, heavy footfalls behind you, and quick and trotting as Earl finally grabs the handles and pulls on the machine a little to have it has fail safes when it's going. If somebody tugs on it, it'll start to slow automatically, like smart enough to know that it needs to, that's whoever's guiding it wants it to slow. And then he quickly taps to like fully turn it off, and he turns with the momentum to make sure you don't crash into the shelves all the way at the other end.
Aww.
He quickly picks you up and inspects you, your little body, completely unharmed. It was a lot of fun. He says, "Oh, you're all right, Ashley?"
I'm fine. That was fun.
Well, it was also dangerous. You could have rammed into something.
But I didn't.
Because I stopped you. If I wasn't there, you would have rammed right into those shelves. And he points firmly.
But I didn't. You stopped in, I didn't get hurt. It was all good. It was all fine.
Earl sighs heavily and looks down at you. You know you're insufferable, right? He's clearly joking as his expression softens. Come on, let's put this back where you found it. And he kind of cradles you in one beefy arm, and disengages the brake of the dolly and guides it with his other hand. How did you manage to turn that off the safety controls?
I pushed some buttons.
A lucky guess, huh?
There was a picture with a lock, and I pressed it, and then it was unlocked.
He sighs again, and then makes a little bit of a grimace face as he side-eyes you. Bloody hell. You're too smart for your own good.
But you told me it's good to be smart.
You know what? You got me there. I'm always right after all.
She giggles some more.
He puts the cart back, and you look down at the controls. Now with an adult's view of the controls, it's even easier for your little mind to understand. And he turns away, but your head turns back to continue to look at the cart, and that's where we find ourselves. And we fade back to the present while you're looking at very similar controls. But in that moment as well, because this is like your team's initiative. Nyx, what are you doing? Like, you take your movement,
All
but
right.
what are you doing?
Nyx knows that right now he can't go toe to toe with the Inquisitor. However,
But he's so
he knows
mean.
he can take on troopers.
Can he?
Well, that's what he thinks he can do.
Glances back at the Purge Trooper stat block I have open. Yeah.
No.
Are these Death Troopers or Purge Troopers?
These are Purge Troopers.
I'd be more nervous if they were Death Troopers.
Oh, yeah.
As well, you should be, I think.
Any
So-
trooper that gets you is a death trooper.
It's true, I guess. It's why there's only a specific squad that are called it.
Hey, ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Ah. Anyway,
Blomp.
so you said there are 4 Purge Troopers, correct?
Yes.
Are they considered one stat block, or are they individual stat blocks?
Oh, no, there are 4 stat blocks here.
4 separate stat blocks. Okay. Nyx is going to go for the one that looks like the leader.
They all look pretty universal. They answer to...
Then the closest one.
But yeah, so I'll make clear. So they kind of V formationed, right?
Yeah.
This entire squad, entire Jedi hunting squad, with, Grand Inquisitor at the head. The next 2 in the triangle, of course, are the 2 lower Inquisitors. And then the 4 Purge Troopers are on either side of that. So basically, pick a side on which one you want to, beeline towards.
Left side.
Left. It's a good choice. Good choice. The narrative will remember that. Writes down. And what are you going to do?
He's going to start firing at him
Yeah.
with a goading attack.
Okay.
Basically yelling, "I'm over here, big guy!" And I'm going to just start firing.
Roll those attacks.
All right. We're at level 5, so multi-attack, right?
Yeah.
Extra attack, yeah.
All right, first attack.
Mm-hmm.
Blaster carbine. No, blaster rifle. The sweet 12.
12. Doesn't
12.
hit.
No, yeah, I didn't think so. All right, so let's try again. Better. 23.
23 hits.
Yeah. All right, cool. So that'll be the one that hits. So it's going to be a D8, a D4, D8, D4, and a D6 for the goading attack.
You can roll with advantage.
And I can roll with advantage, yes.
Oh, man. You guys are so powerful and cool.
How are you feeling, Brooke?
Look, I have things I want Ash to say, but I'm also already welling up in upsetty spaghetti. I'm just,
Are
when
you
I
okay?
get a chance to, I'll be fine.
Okay.
We're just getting started.
I was emotionally ready for this.
Okay.
Oh,
So
were
don't-
you? We've just gotten out of the first cutscene, and
Look, just because I'm emotionally prepared doesn't mean I'm not going to be crying the whole time.
Everybody keeps talking about fire damage, bludgeoning damage, slashing damage. Nobody talks about emotional damage.
No.
20 energy damage, and he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Jeez, okay.
consider the following.
20?
Fuck off.
Maybe we can take them.
Yes.
No, they probably have like 100 health each. Probably not.
Wisdom saving
Well, I mean,
throw.
one of them has plot armor.
We're not touching Grand
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Only one of them's got plot over, guys.
16 on that whiz save.
Hold on, I gotta find the my DC is
I felt my nose run, and I just had a thought in the back of my head. I was like, I swear to God, if I reach up and I have a fucking nosebleed, I'm laying down. I'm done with this. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be my last.
That might be me later as well.
so that 16 makes it, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yes.
He's
fuck
like,
up.
darn, I wanted to fail that.
Yeah. That is a decent chunk of damage as you shout that, you aim and go high, it goes over their shoulder, and there's almost like a little bit of a head tilt towards that direction, like, and then square in center mass, you get him.
Yeah. Square in center mass. I may not have his undivided attention, but I do have his attention.
Doesn't what's the word I'm looking for? Undo his stance at all, but he does slide back like 2 inches. These are the elite of the elite, second only to Death Troopers. Which, now that you've said that, can't wait. Justin begins the stat block already.
Listen, fucking sorcery stat blocks, no joke.
It's true.
I'm so glad you guys didn't fight him. His stat blocks. That stat block goes crazy.
I love the stat blocks in this system. They're not afraid to like give bitches sneak attack or like, it's wild.
They will give a bitch sneak attack, and you will have to just simply cope.
The most aside, but you, I believe it's Nyx, are so lucky that fuck. Hold on, don't worry about it. It'll come to me. I almost said Quinlan Voss, but that's definitely not. Dryden Voss did not hit you with that attack because it would have been rough. Anyway,
Fair enough.
that's in the past, and we're in the now, and the now is so great.
Oh, the now is great. I love living in the now. Now is the coolest.
Now is pretty awesome.
The Force guides us in the now, so all that kind of happens at once. The clashing and ducking of Earl accosting these 3 Inquisitors at the same time. Nyx charging forward and taking a decent shot at a Purge Trooper, and also in that moment, like kind of right as the shot lands, Asha, you connect those wires perfectly, override all of the like fail safes on this thing, and then there's even you actually tell Cal, hey, cut this, and where the throttle lever is, you have him point his lightsaber down and cut like a little part at the top off so the lever could physically go farther forward. And then you punch it.
Fuck OSHA.
And yeah.
Exactly.
And they kind of like right behind Nyx, you guys zoom forward. You all everyone on, especially Raestra, on the repulsor lift notice that the Grand Inquisitor kind of side eyes this, but it has his focus on the Jedi Master he wants to take down. And now that was your team's turn. Now it's the NPC team's turn. The 2 Purge Troopers on the left, Nyx, are going to shoot at you.
Okay.
So
I'm still charging forward as I'm getting shot at. Go for it.
Yeah. Just, what is your AC?
16.
16?
Yeah.
That hits.
Okay.
That hits.
Okay.
That doesn't hit.
Okay.
That's the first Purge Trooper's 3 attacks.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe you couldn't go up against the Purge Trooper, Nix. Ever thought about that? Maybe not. Maybe you shouldn't have done that.
It's only 1 extra attack.
That misses.
Okay.
That misses.
Okay.
That one doesn't. So that's
Okay.
4. Hold on. 32 damage.
Yeah.
How you looking?
Hold on
Only
one
one
sec.
extra attack.
Hold on. Let me just get this.
On a scale of 1
let me
to
get this squared away.
33,
Hold
how
on,
are
hold on.
you?
Wait a minute. Let me just do that math real quick. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That doesn't drop you, does it?
Huh?
That doesn't drop you, does it?
No.
Okay, good. I really was hoping that wouldn't be the case.
No, it brings me down to 12 though.
Oh, yeah. Can't do that again. That's all that means.
I hit him square in the chest, and both of them hit me square in the chest twice.
Just a fun fact, you guys have matching AC. It's almost as
good.
if.
Yeah, that's great. Cool.
I'm sure Nyx would have been a pretty good Purge Trooper.
Nyx gets, like, he's charging forward at, like, full speed.
Mm-hmm.
They clock him, and there's this moment where Nyx goes, I didn't think this through. And he gets blasted, knocked off his feet a little bit, and he just drops for like a second before scrambling back up to his feet with a big fucking energy hole in his fucking armor. Okay, cool. What else happens, Justin?
I'm so glad you asked. A little bit of cutscene mode now that because I'm not gonna roll dice for these NPCs fighting. That would just take up time.
Mm-hmm, of course.
Earl's 1 Frick pickaxe. Had to be reminded that Frick was real while I was reading Brotherhood.
Yeah, it's that metal that can block lightsabers, right?
Yeah. PHRIK. Nothing fancy about that word, just, anyway. It's definitely no Beskar. Beskar actually sounds cool. And then, in this, like, NPC land, Earl Ross with his Frick pick. God. This is serious.
Right there. It's right there.
This is so serious. Star Wars.
His light pickaxe
is going against technically 6 lightsaber blades at the same time and holding his own.
My dad's the coolest.
Yeah. There's a few more very, like, practiced swings at him that he sort of blocks 2, dodges the last, and with that dodge carries his momentum a little to the side and to the left as he kind of, like, basically just, like, more so hears the repulsor lift lurch forward at high speeds. He casts a little spell, just a little one. He casts Force Repulse, which does basically, he, like, out from him pushes out with Force Telekinesis, and the 2 lower ranked Inquisitors get pushed a decent bit, kind of off their feet and then landing, shoving their lightsabers in the ground to halt their momentum. The Grand Inquisitor only sort of, like, anime slides back. But this pushes the main threats to the right while you guys are going left. And something happens in this cutscene. Yeah, this would be the time. Grand Inquisitor, still smiling, brandishes his blade in Makashi style, the fencing style, and says, "That's right. You were trained by Dooku Sereno himself, a duelist rumored to rival even Yoda. Yeah, well, I got my own tricks up my sleeve. It's just a shame what happened to him. He was not part of the grand design." Earl grits you see his jaw clench and his head roll side to side a little bit at that, but maintains his composure otherwise, and comes at them swinging his pick. One of them at the kind of downward at the at one of the lesser ranked Inquisitors. And with their lightsaber in the ground, they can't pull it up fast enough to block, and it gets them square in the shoulder. Not a piercing blow, but like, because the sharp end doesn't quite get him, but it like makes a thwack that you guys can hear over the roar of the repulsor lift. And that guy, that's the Deveronian, stumbles, not all the way to the ground, but like onto one knee. And that's what happens to those guys. It's the party's turn again. What are you guys doing?
An idea. I mean, like, so we're coming up behind Nyx pretty quickly, I would imagine.
Yes. At such a fast speed.
So to make sure that Nyx doesn't need to make a check and fuck this up so we can just keep going, I'm gonna force cast Rescue.
Ooh.
I've done it before, but basically it has to use their reaction, but my bonus action, and they will be within 30 feet, so I guess I have to wait till within 30 feet of him, and then pulled into an unoccupied space within 5 feet of me, and they have to accept the reaction, and she's gonna say, to convince Nyx, if he hasn't already been, like, knocked out of his tunnel vision.
Uh-huh.
I'm already losing my planet, I can't lose you too.
He'll kind of like, his hands kind of like over the blaster on his chest, and he looks up at the Purge Troopers, over at Earl, back at his group, and curse under his breath and start to backtrack.
Well, I mean, if we're within...
Retreat.
Now, Res...
Yeah, when we're within 30 feet, you just gotta accept your reaction. Use your reaction to accept the pull, and then you're like, bam, with us.
Horse pulled up.
Lift.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so good. And that, Asha, barely took any focus. You were just like, nah, this is what needs to happen, and it happens. Nyx, you kind of, your legs move in the air a little as like quickly, and then like the thing just, the platform of the repulsor lift kind of just catches you, and you're going.
You were lifted like a sim.
Gotcha.
In that moment, at that lift, the Grand Inquisitor's eyes fully track onto this scene. Ah, yes. Of course it would be that. You were protecting someone. A fool's errand. Jedi are all the same. At this, Earl takes a heavy sideways swing at his head, which he cleanly blocks, like kind of one-handed. Anybody else doing anything?
Cal's kind of in battle mode right now. I think what he'll do is he will cast Plant Surge right behind him.
Yeah?
Or like, sort of like, basically between him and the Inquisitors. So 100 feet of that is difficult terrain. Obviously not hitting the lift itself. And then he's just going to look at Nyx. It's just, Nyx, I need covering fire.
Got it.
All right. That happens after, so I'll describe this thing lurches forward even more. I'll say 100 feet around.
Mm-hmm.
with that amazing check. And so that happens after you pass this whole scene. But in doing so, you definitely just bowl over the two leftmost Purge Troopers. One of them took a clean hit from Nyx, and I will say is down for the count. I'm not going to roll damage, but you supercharge this thing, and it is like getting hit by a car. I think this guy is at least knocked unconscious.
All right, cool.
You've been hit by... You've been struck by truck.
Truck. The like ear rape Thomas the Tank Engine.
I would just like to tell the group, briefest of asides, that when Earl and the Inquisitor started doing one-on-one stuff, Duel of Fate came into my headphones, and I just thought to myself, not right now, not right now.
Not right now, not right now, not right now, not right now!
Hey, you want to know what this is?
Ash, how does it feel to be Obi-Wan Kenobi?
He just totally Bubba Buttle'd me. I got Bubba Buttle'd.
To be Obi-Wan.
How does it feel to be Bubba Buttle'd?
I mean, I'm more like Luke Skywalker right now. They blew up part of my home. My mentor and father figure is distracting the threat of a dark side user individual while we try to make our escape.
On the plus side, you get to be Luke Skywalker.
That's true.
Ray, you're the only one that hasn't said they do something.
Nope. It's by design.
That's what
baby.
I figured. That's what I figured. You can roll that dice again if you want. If you're looking for permission.
Permission for what?
For that whiz save that you were making in secret that you thought you could hide from me.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It wasn't a whiz save.
Ah.
I was rolling initiative. I thought we were doing initiative.
Oh, okay.
It's a death saving throw.
Yeah,
It's a death saving.
No. No.
What a concept.
I thought we were
no.
rolling initiative, so yeah.
Okay, then you're leaving this up to your choice then, and not fate, and that's fair. So nothing there.
Yeah, not yet.
you-
No.
You guys literally bowl over these two purge troopers. One is sent into a roll and comes back up on one knee. The other does the anime shaky arms, try and get up, and then because of that clean hit that Nick's got on him first.
Yeah.
Good job on that.
Thank you.
I'm helping.
I'm hoping to do it again.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Hold on.
You do still technically have something. You only used your reaction to let Ash pull you up here.
Yeah.
I technically have my action, but you're not gonna let me cast another leveled spell when I already cast a leveled force ability.
Bear with me. Hold on.
No.
What kind of bear?
All right. So Nyx wants to give Rael an opportunity.
Yeah.
So Nyx is gonna take a shot at the Inquisitor.
All right. The one that he struck down,
No, the Grand Inquisitor.
Oh, the Grand Inquisitor. All
Yeah.
right.
Oh, Lord.
Nyx is gonna take a shot at the Grand Inquisitor just so this way he can try to get Rael a clean shot against him.
Cool.
This isn't if you let me roll damage, I'll roll damage, but this is more so to help Rael get the upper hand.
Yeah.
This is very much a Vegeta shooting Cell in the back as Gohan charges up Kamehameha.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. The Force is with me today. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
I love that. That for sure hits by all rules, and even if he had shield, which he doesn't, but doesn't need it. It's spoiler alert.
Wait, sorry, what was that?
Even if he had shield, nat 20's hit, but he doesn't
Yeah.
have shield. Doesn't
Okay.
need it. He's got other
Doesn't need
things.
it. Of course he doesn't need it. Why would he need it? Anyway, so do you want me to roll damage?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Roll that.
I would never
with
take that away from
advantage,
you.
baby.
Okay. Can I make it disarming?
If you so wish, it's within the mechanics.
All right, cool. So, are we doing brutal criticals, or I always forget? Are we doing brutal criticals, or
No, you just roll twice the number of dice.
roll twice the number of dice? All right, hold on. I gotta count my dice real quick.
In this system, fighters don't need a buff, so I'm not buffing crits for them.
That's fair.
Dude.
Yeah.
Valid.
If Nick successfully shot the lightsaber off of a Grand Inquisitor, at that point, we just know that he could solo Darth Maul without any issue.
I mean, yeah, he's only CR 1/4.
I'm gonna assume that he legendary reactions. It uses a legendary resistance to block
We'll see.
avoid. All right. Okay. All right. I like that.
Huh.
Gotta make room on my dice tray for this one. And I also get to re-roll my ranged attacks. Damage. Oh, shit. Alright. I could try to roll to get better ones, but you know what? I think that's as good as I'm gonna get.
I mean, you can do it and then choose, right?
Yeah, I can do it. I can roll and then choose, so... But
No
to be
reason
perfectly-
not to.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna... At the very least... Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, let me just do my math. Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
36.
36 damage. That's so good. All right, and what's the saving throw on disarming attack?
The saving throw for disarming attack is... Hold on. 15.
But what's the
What
stat?
kind?
Oh, a dexterity saving throw.
Cool. He rolls a 24.
Okay, that's fine.
Dabblage is dabblage.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
I would have loved it if he failed.
Yeah, Nick's very much takes a knee
Mhm.
and aims the blaster. And if Raestra is watching, he's going to say underneath his breath, "Gods don't bleed," and then fires at him.
Nice. God, I love that.
I didn't see
You
that.
you fire at him as he's like with one hand, he's like, trying to fence with Earl. He wants this to be a match.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he's got the force. He senses the blaster bolt. The lightsaber comes from that side to his other side. Casually, he's not even looking at it when it, like, you had put such power behind this blast that it, like, kind of explodes on the saber and, like, flashbangs him. Like, the heat spreads over his face, and you see, like, his smile turns into a scowl for that split second, and he even, like, again, like, anime slides 2 inches from the force of the blast.
Beautiful.
Very well done. Wow, this is going amazing.
Very good shot.
What can go wrong?
Don't
we
even
continue.
Shut up, stop, shut the
shut the fuck up.
Things are only going up from here.
I
I'm
mean,
still
we
down
gotta
to
go
12 hit
up.
points.
Up is the direction, yeah.
And in that same turn, I'm gonna bonus action second wind.
to go for it.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. I'll take it.
Truthfully, I should have healed you. Fuck,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
you're fine. Don't worry. It's fine.
Did you use your action for anything? I mean, you still can.
I already used my action to
Quicken?
shoot.
No, Cal.
Oh wait, no, you
Plant
can only
search.
quicken.
Oh yeah, you
plant
plant search. Don't worry, I'm stupid. Don't worry about it. Thank you for keeping your dungeon master on track, and I would be nothing without you guys.
All right, I got back 14 hit points, so I'm up to 44 now.
Yeah.
Or I'm up to 26. Sorry.
With that, we're back to the NPCs, to the cutscene. That blow to the Grand Inquisitor gives Earl an opening, and as the Zabrak Inquisitor is bringing his lightsaber up, Earl just, with a, like, jump thrust, like, as if he had a spear, but doing it with the top of his pickaxe, just nails this guy in the chest.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Cool.
wind out of his sails, down to one knee again. So both, like, normal Inquisitors are like that in this kind of split second moment, and swings the pickaxe back around to meet the blow that the Grand Inquisitor is kind of downward swinging at him now that he recovered from Nyx's shot. And he's now scowling. Yeah, that shot sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck you.
Fucking clones.
Plot armor that, you son of a bitch.
Dodge this.
Please put that on the list. That's really good.
Parry this, you fucking casual.
Plot armor, that's cute. Block this overhead.
Yeah.
Plot armor this, you bitch.
The Jedi were weak, too blind to even notice how frail they had grown. The power I found apart from their ways, the power they feared, has now swallowed them up, as it will swallow you up. No matter how much shadow you try to cast, the light will remain. It can never be fully blotted out, no matter how hard you try. Too many people cast it for you to cover up, and more will always come out of your shadows. And so they're, like, saber clashed in that moment, and you guys see clear as day, Earl lowers the grip of one of his hand all the way down to the bottom of the pickaxe's handle and twists. A lightsaber emerges,
Nice.
kind of
Knew it. I knew
activating
it.
as it leaves. Brilliant blue, and he swings low, but Grand Inquisitor also has a double-bladed and kind of angles, but does, like, a little overcommit to the angle because it did catch him by surprise ever so slightly.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the cutscene. We got one more round, and you guys will be close enough to the elevator. So what's everyone doing?
What will I do?
How far away from them are we now?
As this is happening, you're going another 100 feet, so about 200.
Okay, so I can't realistically
But you're
do anything to
in
help
these
them.
moments the movement can happen at any point. So in these moments you're between 100 and 200, and when you choose, you can choose to do something in that
I can't do
in that
anything.
time.
Everything's out of range. Other than like force whisper.
Oh, also
I guess,
I'll narrate
but-
the two right purge troopers train their guns on this, on their blasters on this vehicle that you guys have commandeered, and there are like two shots. None of them hit you. You guys technically have too much cover and the high ground. You're invincible.
We're invincible,
Take that.
Justin. You made us. I made us invincible. We're good.
So nothing from Asha. I'll just go down the list and ask, what about Cal?
Hang on, I need to see what distant power does really quick.
Doubles it, I think.
Doubles it? If it just doubles, that's not going to be too much help. The most I could do maybe is like a distant power improved saber throw, which would double it to 120 feet.
Ooh.
Distant power, here we go.
Yeah, you can do that.
It does double. Sure. Let's distant power.
Why not?
Improved saber throw. What are my available targets?
Oh,
I'll do that third level.
those purge troopers, the Grand Inquisitor, the two Inquisitors that have been momentarily stunned in this fight.
Did you say the Trandoshan was here?
Oh no, she's in half.
Okay.
And
All right.
dead.
Well, I mean, so was Mole, so...
She's half the woman. No, and
He's
she's
not wrong.
She's not
What's
Maul.
going on the list? Did you say the Trandoshan was here? No, she's in half.
We have a Zabrak. The Zabrak appears male, and a hold on, I keep forgetting it, but I did write it down because I'm cool. I'm a good dungeon master. Don't worry about me. Deboronian, who looks built like a male, but you can't tell. The arm, it's full armor. There's a helmet and everything.
I'll go for the Zabrak.
Cool.
I know I'm not going to be able to hit that Grand Inquisitor. That's not going to happen.
I mean,
Sure you can. I did it.
That's quitter talk. Nyx did it.
Yeah,
And he's just a clone.
A ranged force attack. Yeah, Nyx is Nyx.
Yeah.
I am Cal.
Nyx beat up a
Yeah,
bar.
bit of a gap in terms of combat distance.
Yeah.
I like the comment of Nyx beat up a bar, which implies
If Usopp had this attitude, where would he be?
it's true.
Just
Very
say.
true.
I can't believe that Silver is the Usopp of our friend group.
I
No, that would be me. How dare you?
don't think I've ever been more insulted. And like that's the thing.
Usopp
I
is
love
great. I would
Usopp.
not stand for Usopp slander.
I can't believe this. I cannot believe that this motherfucker chose to take being compared to God Usopp as a fucking insult.
I
Unfucking believable.
I hate that you're right.
Yeah, I'm right. I'm correct.
Anyway, tell me about this attack. We do have all day, but we kind of also don't have all day.
Okay, all right. Well, he's just gonna light his saber.
Yeah.
Just whisper under his breath. He's kind of mad. You missed two. Throw it.
Awesome.
I love that.
It's a
Tell me
ranged force
about.
attack, which is.
And you know
on
what?
The Sabrak, that's a
You have advantage because I say so. Guy's got the wind knocked out of him, so.
That's not better. That's a 15.
A 15 just hits.
Ooh. Okay. Here's what happens. So it's at
Yes.
third level. So he takes 2d8 damage now. So that's
This is so
3. He takes 5. What damage is it? Energy damage. He gains 1 slowed level until the end of his next turn.
Oh.
And the next attack made against him deals 2d10 force damage.
Ooh. That's so cool. You guys
Oh no,
are
wait,
so
shoot.
cool.
Before that happens, actually. Before the slow
Yeah.
thing, he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. I'm sorry.
He does have advantage on these. He's an Inquisitor.
DC
Neither
is
of those
15.
Neither of those are good. They're both less than 10, so you're good.
No, okay, yeah, he gains 1 slowed level. The next attack against him is 2d10 force damage.
Jeez. All right.
Die.
Yeah. He was down on one knee, got the wind knocked out of him, and the of your lightsaber, he hears it, like, before he senses it, and then he senses it, and his saber goes up to block a little too slow, and it, like, gets him good right on the shoulder pauldron. Cuts through a little, takes a good chunk right out of that shoulder muscle.
Nice.
Giving him a literal chip on his shoulder. That won't come back
See
later.
if the dark side will fix that.
Ooh.
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 Silver's one-liners go hard.
Yeah.
I do my best.
We've
They're
been having
amazing
some
every
solid
time.
one-liners this group, to be perfectly honest.
Nix, what are you doing?
Well, that's a good question.
Pissing my pants, Your Honor.
Your Honor, pissing. Quietly.
No, loudly. As
Thank
loud
God,
as
quietly.
possible.
Your Honor, I'm farting.
I'm sharding.
So,
I
Nix,
threw up.
I threw up.
Vader.
Akkan, I threw up. Okay. Enough of that. Nix, that is, very much wants to continue to help out, so he will also shoot at the Zabrak
All right.
twice.
Do it. I said
we
advantage
go.
for Cal, so you get advantage.
Wonderful, thank you.
I'm nothing if not fair.
Thank you for that advantage, Justin.
Do remember that you have also the d20 as well, if things do not turn out well.
Yep. Thank you very much. Alright, so first attack is going to be 18.
That hits.
Alright, second attack. Second attack is going to be dirty 20.
That hits.
Beautiful.
Tell me all about that damage.
Here comes the dabblage. First bit of dabblage. First bit of dabblage is going to be 11.
All right.
11 energy damage.
You get to roll that extra 2d10, right?
Oh wait, hold on. Actually, hold on. I have to re-roll. I rolled the wrong die.
Yeah.
I rolled a d6 instead of a d8. I apologize. 1 second. All right, so the new damage is 13.
13.
The
And Cal, your power said 2d10 force damage next attack that hits, right?
Yeah, on top of that.
So roll 2d10.
Me? Sure.
No, yeah. You can do it while Nix rolls the rest of his stuff.
5, 7. That is 12 force damage.
All right.
The second damage is also going to be is going to be 12 energy damage. So for a total of 25 energy damage.
25 plus the other 12. All right.
How's he looking?
Ooh. This is interesting. I was not expecting this, but I love it so much. I guess, how do you want to do this
the
technically?
quick time events.
What?
I guess, how do you want to do this technically?
Oh my god.
We killed one!
Okay, Cal, if you don't mind.
Earl did set you up for the alley-oop, so let's not feel ourselves too hard.
That's still
fine.
really cool.
Yeah, it is. It's great.
Let the man take his W's, you dick. Come on.
I'd like to think that Cal is still kind of like... this is how I'll flavor the after effects of improved saber throw. Cal's kind of holding out his hand. He's focusing on like a particular point on the Zabrak.
Yeah.
And just sort of waiting for something to happen so that way he can let it, I guess, kind of burst without the Zabrak doing anything to stop it.
Yeah.
And then in comes Nix.
Yeah.
So, with that wound that he set, that deep wound that he set up in the arm, Nix is going to take an aimed shot and... Oh, yes, absolutely. He's going to take 2 aimed shots, fired directly into the wound, so he shoots his fucking arm off.
Arm off. All right. God, I love Star Wars. Love this game. Love you guys. Do you want him to die? I'm leaving this up to you.
What a hell of a fucking question.
Would you like him dead? Would you like that dead or alive, sir?
Alive.
Okay.
I want to remember this day.
I want him to remember this day.
And arms off. Cal doesn't believe he could really do much of anything harmful anymore. So.
No, this, because of the force damage, what happens is that first shot, sears, up, you guys have the high ground, straight down into the wound, and the Zabrak lets out a roar of pain. And then the second one procs that, not the mechanics, but fuck the mechanics, procs that extra effect on saber throw and kind of like an anime blow, just oh man, those were some anime punches. It sends him flying back in a spin 5 feet one direction, and his arm goes in the other.
Beautiful.
And that was the arm holding the lightsaber, so it kind of deactivates, and he is face down on the ground, not moving.
Excellent shot, Nix.
Good job.
Thank you.
Asha had nothing. Ray, more of the same.
I just can't think of anything that she would do in these moments.
Nothing to say.
Does seeing Cal and Nix take down an Inquisitor do anything?
It does, but I don't think she'd. I think she's.
Does it instill the H word?
It does help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say hope, but
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's.
Oh.
It's a lot of she's paying close attention. She's it's hard to describe. She's here in these moments. She's
It's the information gathering phase.
Okay. It's a fun little descriptor for the people in our, if you can't dissociate naturally, here's your store-bought is fine. Because sometimes when I dissociate, it's not like I'm not present, I'm too present.
Mm-hmm.
So she's watching, she's paying close attention, she's here in these moments. You're here with her and she's here with you, but too here to say or do anything, because she knows there's nothing she can really do right now.
She's invested.
Yeah, she's here, she's paying attention, I'm paying attention, but it's, she is too afraid that doing something will fuck it all up, and she doesn't know what she'd do anyway, so she's kind of just totally paralyzed.
Got it.
All right. We're back to the other team. The NPC, Team NPC. A few things happen. The Zabrak Inquisitor is out of the picture. An unexpected surprise, but a pleasant one to the Dungeon Master.
And to no one else.
Seeing that the Grand Inquisitor is still engaged with Earl, who has put his back to you guys.
Oh, good for them.
Keeping the Grand. Yeah. Earl fucking destroys that twink.
Throwing it back.
Yeah.
I felt you try to process that one.
But without even looking over his shoulder, firmly says to his his menagerie. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Stop them. Don't let the first sister get away. And the Davaronian kind of gets to his feet and starts to sprint. Same with the there's 3 remaining purge troopers. The 2 that were on the right do the same. The one on the left, the Grand Inquisitor gives him a head tilt, and he, while there's a few more blows traded, and Earl is now Shoto style dual wielding his pick and lightsaber.
Because he's the coolest.
But Daddy Quizzy is now in serious mode. The gamer gloves have come off.
Oh no.
And so they're just kind of...
Be careful, kitten. Daddy's about to get erased.
stepping around. And Earl notices and tries to reach out with the force to this purge trooper, which Grand Inquisitor counterspells. We're not...
Counterforces.
We're not... Yeah. We're not rolling dice here. I'm weaving a narrative, so...
Yeah, a narrative is happening.
I don't have to roll dice against myself. That would be boring for you guys. And that purge trooper rushes into the cantina, blaster drawn, and Grand Inquisitor says, "Oh, the predicament of a Jedi can't save them all." And there's the very distinct that purge trooper raises his blaster rifle, and there's kind of panicked shouts from all the people in the cantina. But then the sound of rock and dirt kind of exploding out, and heavy footfalls, and the fing of melee weapons clanging with the armor of this purge trooper, as about 4 Unav warriors emerge from the dirt back wall.
Hell yeah!
Yeah! Our fucking guys! Our fucking boys!
With their petrified spears start accosting this purge trooper. The Grand Inquisitor steals a full, like, head-turn glance at that situation. What's the meaning of this insolence? They're friends, with a light you could never hope to snuff out. And that is one more round. You guys are approaching the elevators now. But, the one other thing. That difficult terrain really is great. The 2 purge troopers and 1 Inquisitor beating feet after you can barely make their way through it, but the Davaronian Inquisitor, his double-bladed lightsaber is huge. They're like 2 great swords, and he actually hooks it in your direction with kind of no finesse, and it kind of slices through the part of the scissor part of the scissor lift, and it falls off and flies forward, but kind of like in this just kind of sends you guys towards the elevator, but like your vehicle can't be used as one anymore. What do you guys do?
Run?
Panic, cry,
Closer are we
piss.
to the elevator door?
You are definitely within movement distance, though I will say you probably all need to dash to get there. It's more than 30, less than 60.
Okay, yeah, we're running.
Going, beating feet.
Yeah.
If you'll allow me,
No,
DM, while we're dashing. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me cook.
I refuse.
You got the chef feet?
He's a great cook.
Thank you.
I think he does, actually.
I do have the chef feet, yeah.
Then I have to let you cook. There's
Fuck.
no...
God damn it. We're all fucked.
Shit, we've been had.
Yeah.
Nyx
Oh no,
will-
Raestra has to eat a well-cooked meal once in her life.
No.
God forbid.
I refuse.
Nyx, while we're dashing, if the DM will allow me, he would like to put on his clone trooper helmet and attempt to try to see if he can hone in on the Imperial signals. To see if he can try to at the very least figure out what the purge troopers are planning on doing next.
Make a tech check.
Tech check?
You have
Ash did fix
disadvantage because you're technically attempting to do this as a bonus action, which I am allowing,
Okay.
but
I'll allow it.
it makes it hard.
Okay, I appreciate it, thank you.
I was gonna say,
You
you'll
have that
allow
D20 if you
it?
haven't used it already.
Yeah.
I did say that, but that was out of habit as a DM.
It's
So
fine.
you'll allow it, will you? Good. Good, I'm glad. I'm so glad.
And I'm going to use that force ability. Thank you,
Yeah.
Cal. Tech check, you said?
Yeah.
What's tech? Of course it's intelligence. Okay. 17?
17?
That's really good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll say you guys are sprinting and you got your hand up to the helmet. It's static, some noises, and then finally you hear voices and they sound official. But in the din right now, you can't make out what they're saying, is how I'll rule this, and I'll get
That's
back to
fair.
you next turn.
That's fair.
All right. Cal. Well, no, everybody's dashing, so nobody's got anything else?
No, going.
Going.
Well, actually, because I have quicken
yeah.
power,
Yeah,
You
Cal
do.
can do something.
Oh, you do.
I could do something.
You definitely could.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna
Yeah.
spend quicken power, and I'm gonna do another 3rd level improved saber throw.
Do it.
Fuck yeah.
Technically out of range, but you were technically out of range when the guy threw his saber at your cart, so I'll allow it for fairness. This one time.
Hell yeah!
And then never again. Fuck you.
Never again.
Please. Oh no, never mind. I know a 12's not gonna hit.
Unfortunately not.
Damn.
You and you're so confident in this, but like the Davaronian's lightsaber is coming back and it kind of just like clashes upwards with your thing and like bats it aside like top battles. Like God, what's the name of the toy?
Beyblades.
What are they called? Beyblades, like Beyblades.
Bakugan, I think.
Yeah.
Beat-em-ons.
That too.
Digimons?
Bakugan Battle Sabers.
Custom Robo.
All right, but your lightsaber does come back to your hand. You put your hand up while you're sprinting, catch it, and it looks real cool, but you didn't land any blow, which is unfortunate, but that's fine. Nobody else?
Nope,
I don't think so.
All right, time for the next cutscene, which sucks.
Fuck.
You guys make it to the elevator. Asha, you're pounding the button. The doors close. They it's like two horizontal doors that meet in the middle, right? One going down, one going up. The DM has feelings too. But this is what happens. Earl and the Grand Inquisitor are trading blows. This is a proper lightsaber duel, like in the old days of the Jedi. The blows so fast, the light of the sabers become blurs, smear like this is an animation. The blows are jumped over, flipped over. The Grand Inquisitor's doing little fencing twirls, and when a klaxon begins to sound, one you guys have heard before. It's the sandstorm warning. A look of recognition flashes in the Grand Inquisitor's eyes. He knows what this means, and he expertly, in their footwork, kind of guides their duel to put his back to, funnily enough, Earl's house is what's closest. But Earl, when he cross arms outward swings with both weapons, that kind of puts the Grand Inquisitor on his back foot for a split second, and in that split second, his hands come together like when Luffy does a gum bazooka in that pose, wrists together, fingers splayed out, and he casts Force Propel on him. Normally wouldn't work, but he, as a Jedi Master, has Size Matters Not, which triples the weight limit on any force power he casts. And the Grand Inquisitor breaks through the kind of stone exterior of his house and lands, feet dug into the ground, in his living room, and sort of, flicks his lightsaber again and plants his feet ready, aware that this is at an advantage. Earl will have to approach him and it's more difficult to defend in that approach. So he's planting his feet and gets ready for an attack that never comes, because as the sandstorm, you guys hear it and see it. It's approaching and about to blow right into the middle of this canyon. Earl turns and steps away from the house into the middle of the street. He casts Control Pain on himself.
Huh?
And it's in his stat block. It's a real spell in this system. And as the sandstorm whips in and all this debris, you see his cloak, his clothes are and he's being buffeted, but he stands with his feet apart, planted firmly, and he deactivates the lightsaber. It goes to his belt. The pickaxe as well, through a loop in his belt, and both hands come up, because at the same time your elevator is rising. You hit the buttons, it's starting to go up. The Inquisitor and 2 Purge Troopers are entering the other elevator, and it starts to go up as the seconds tick by. The storm is doing damage, a lot of it. I'm not going to roll dice against myself again, but it's a lot. But Earl stands firmly in the middle of it all, as it's all coming right towards you. But you're protected in the elevator, and you can kind of see all this. Your elevator's starting to pick up speed and go up and up and up, and the right elevator with the Inquisitor and the 2 Purge Troopers, it begins to rise as well. And Earl casts Telekinesis. And because of Size Matters Not, he begins to grip. You see his hands tighten, and you hear the scaffolding of the elevator around you creak as he grips it with the Force. Specifically, the elevator car with the bad guys in it. It starts to slow. And then there's a sickening creaking as, like, the mechanics are trying to work against whatever Earl is pushing against it. But the Force wins. And he, with a motion of his right arm sweeping to the right, casts aside the elevator car with the bad guys in it. It breaks scaffolding. The noise can be heard over the din of the storm, and it flies to the right and starts to fall, that elevator car, as the scaffolding under you in the elevator creaks and bends, and the entire structure at that point bends and takes the weight for a few seconds before, like, everything under you starts to crumble. The Grand Inquisitor is not happy with this plot twist and shouts out in defiance and attempts to cast a force power. However, more breaking rock emerges from the back wall of Earl's house, and 4 Unav warriors with their spears up come at the Grand Inquisitor, which he blocks easily, but is forced to turn his back on this scene now. Control pain is concentration, as is telekinesis. When Earl cast telekinesis to cast that car aside, it dropped concentration on control pain. His HP most certainly at 0 because of the damage that the storm deals. It's too much shrapnel. Human being physically can't stand in it. Earl used the last thing on his stat block. More powerful than you could possibly imagine. He forgoes death saving throws and gives into the Force. All at once, just his clothes seem to be there. His cloak flying forward and up with the wind of the storm. And it kind of dances and spins right in front of the elevator car window with you guys. And Asha, you hear, "Let that light of yours shine, Ashla." And that's the last we see of the town of Aneth for now, as your space elevator picks up in emergency mode now because the entire scaffolding's falling apart under it, shoots up, and you guys get to the top. The doors open. But you all hear heavy boot footfalls as before you, coming towards the space elevators. Actually, oh boy, hold on. Nyx, over the radio, you finally make out words. Things like, "South Pole team is still held up. Strange creatures with spears."
Twigs with sharp sticks.
Twigs with sharp sticks. You hear angrily the Grand Inquisitor over the radio, "Do not let them leave." And as that kind of echoes in your head, you all see, as the doors open to reveal it, 3 figures are coming towards the elevator. 2 in familiar looking Purge Trooper armor. The third in the middle, a young woman in black clad armor and a cape. Her skin is dark. Her hair is also dark and thick, kind of pinned up. And as the door opens, she shouts angrily, "Gutless traitor!" Raestra, of all your brothers and sisters, very few were enough of a thorn in your side for you to remember their names and numbers. 2 in particular stood out even among that small group. The second sister, Trilla, was catty, full of herself, and counted herself much more clever than she had any right to, which annoyed you deeply.
Yeah.
But the third sister, Riva, was simply unbearable.
Yes!
Oh my god.
For those of you at home, I was so annoyed. When we were the brief aside to deal with my fucking suffering while I stopped trying to cry. While we were watching Kenobi, I was so annoying. I was like, Justin, I want to fight her so bad.
My spiel isn't over. Both were jealous of your rank and supposed teacher's pet status you had with the Grand Inquisitor, But while Trilla just took witty verbal jabs at you on the regular and probably had your face on a holoboard in her quarters,
Yeah, probably.
Riva, like with all her emotions and frustrations, wore her disdain for you on her sleeve and used all of it like a gauntlet to bludgeon anything and anyone that came within reach. She stands before you now, with her shoulders squared and her nostrils flared as she stares you down.
How many siblings do you have again?
You know what? Daddy Quizzy, I illicit sphere. Reva, she can fight.
Yeah.
I will
I'm
ask my
about to have
players.
one less.
Yeah, you know what?
I mean, she still has plot armor, but
Raestra's gonna take a deep breath, and she's gonna finally be here in the moment after watching Rael give his last for them. And she's gonna draw her lightsaber, and that's what she'll say. It's about to be one less.
And that's where we're in things.
Star Wars The First Resistance is a live play Dungeons & Dragons podcast using the Star Wars 5e system, which can be accessed for free at sw5e.com. Our podcast features the player talents of BubblingBrooke as Ashaa-kai, Practically Silver as Calchin Phimiir, Ben Lepard as Nyx, HitenNoRuroni as Raestra Akkan, and this Justin as the Game Master. Big thank you to Arcane Anthems for creating the theme song, and Wondrous Works for the key art. All relevant links are in the description. We hope you enjoy this episode, and if you did, we'd love if you left a positive review and shared the podcast. It might help others find and enjoy the podcast as well. We can't thank you enough for listening to us goof around and tell stories. We hope you all join us for the next episode. Until then, may the Force be with you.